Hi, hello, good morning. This is just a quick video. I have some good news and I have some sad news. The good news is that my son's disability living allowance, which obviously I believe I did speak about before, has been reinstated. So that is brilliant for him because he really needs that additional support, that additional help. He did really well though. We went to Go Ape. It was an all expenses paid for trip that took place during the school holidays recently, and because he's on DLA, he got to go free. And to see him physically like climbing those trees, he had assistance, he wasn't on his own. And having the confidence to be independent, to do something for himself, to actually spend time with other children was absolutely amazing. And I'm so proud of him. And yet the moment he got home, he was back to normal. But when he was in those trees, he was listening to the instructor, he was doing absolutely amazing. So it just does go to show that with the right encouragement, with the right support, with the right education, with the right training, the sky's the limit. So I've checked my bank balance. I've had somebody help me do that. My carer's allowance has not stopped. So I am still his full-time carer, despite the fact that, yes, I am in my bathroom, I am in my office, and yes, these are his incontinence underwear that he has to wear. And so I got a letter today on green paper in bold text and large format, basically telling me that the Department of Work and Pensions does not believe that, despite my mental health and well-being, that I'm entitled to disability living allowance. So I have done the mandatory reconsideration, which I had help for from a family member. And now I'm going to have to go to appeal, which I will try and do with the support of the Citizens Advice Bureau, who actually supported me 2 years ago. If I knew what I knew now, 10 years ago, then I would have probably reconsidered and appealed 10 years ago when I was literally really ill. I was constantly in and out of hospital like I have been recently. And I was waiting for an operation. My medication has changed again. My breathing, as you can probably hear, has improved. And my arm isn't as bruised as it was last week, which is absolutely amazing. So I will now book in for my blood tests. My doctors are still not happy with the fact that my white blood cell count is elevated, despite the fact that I've been on 2 different courses of antibiotics. They are hoping to send me to dermatology, which is brilliant. And if the new medication they've put me on isn't working, then they want to send me for more examinations. So it's like I've reached the age of 40 and now the ball is rolling and they want to sort of cross the T's and dot the I's. But unfortunately, the way the Department of Work and Pensions are completely screwing everybody over. Okay, I know there are people out there who are more sicker than I am, who have basically been told there's nothing wrong with you, go and get a job. And it's like, just because you're on personal independent payments does not mean that you do not work. It does not mean that you may or may not already have a job. Okay, what personal independent payments is for is to help you with the day-to-day running and living of your life that you need help or assistance with. So I need to get the CAB to support me with this, because they can't be saying that I'm fine with reading and writing and give me a 0 when I have specifically asked for them to make sure that the information they send me is on a green background with black writing that is in large font format, to make it easier for me to read and process and understand what is being presented to me. They can't tell me that I'm okay to manage my medication when I've probably been in hospital due to suspected mismanagement of my meds on more than one occasion, because I've misread the dosage that I was supposed to take, or because of the side effects of the medication, which unfortunately can sometimes happen, which is why my medication has changed again. So I'm going to have to go because my little boy is bouncing around. But yes, anyone who is struggling at the moment with the Department of Work and Pensions, do not suffer in silence. You are not alone. And please try and seek professional help and guidance wherever possible to get this sorted, because the way the government is treating people at the moment is absolutely disgusting. Okay, and if people didn't feel that they needed to apply for this benefit, they wouldn't. Why would anyone want to put themselves through the most undignified process of being ridiculed and having to explain to a stranger, usually over the phone, that you suffer with health problems that you need assistance with, or that affect you on a daily basis? This is why, as much as they are complaining about the amount of people trying to claim benefits, on the other side of the coin is most people don't. And the reason they don't is because they do not want to be treated as not human, with such lack of dignity and respect, which is what basically happens when you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So fingers crossed. And like I said, anyone who is suffering, who needs help and support, there is help and support out there, but it's not just going to be handed to you. Unfortunately, you are going to literally have to fight for it, which is really hard to do when, if for example, like myself, you're constantly having to stay at home or be strapped to the toilet seat. I'm hoping that the new medication that they've provided will enable me to be a little bit more independent and a little bit more of a mother to my children by being able to go out and do things with them. But at the same time, I have to be realistic. I cannot be going places where there's no toilets. I cannot go anywhere that's more than half an hour away in a car or on public transport. It's just not going to happen. So, again, I need to hopefully get someone to help me, and the people that judge my appeal actually know how to do their job. So fingers crossed. And like I said, please don't suffer in silence. You are not alone.